Hey, on this special episode, live from 2025's A4M Longevity Fest in Las Vegas, if you think being tired is just a side effect of modern life, it's not. It's your body's way of telling you that you were overstimulated by this chaotic world we live in. Coffee, supplements, all the biohacks, sure, they can help, but the fatigue often comes right back. That's why in this episode of Hydrate, I sit down with David Perez and Ashley Heather. They are running Lumati, a science-driven wellness company helping people restore energy, recovery, and cellular health through things like light, hydrogen, and frequency-based technologies. We talk about why feeling drained isn't your fault and what actually helps your body recharge from the inside out. Welcome to episode 1 of 2 of this series from A4M Longevity Fest. All right, so we are at A4M today, and we're sitting at the Lumati booth with one of my favorite people ever, David Perez. David, tell us a little bit about how we met. How do I know you?
So we met through your father, your pastor. Your father's an amazing human being who saw me on CNN and wanted to come out and help us at the Red Cross during Hurricane Katrina 20 years ago, in 2005. So yeah, a little over 20 years we've known each other, and it's been an amazing ride. You were pregnant with your first baby.
With Grace.
With Grace, and I remember you were about to pop, and I remember all the crazy things you were doing that week with your bioresonance and all your frequency devices and your water. I don't know if it was witchcraft. I thought you were like off the wall. But everything turns out that like everything you taught me in 20 years is here. Light, water, energy, frequencies, and supplementation. So you've been a big inspiration of mine, and I've been a big follower. We follow each other.
That's right. We learn from each other. So I'm really excited about, first of all, how we met. I'm so grateful for you. You inspire me. When I met you, you had just flown. How many people did you fly in?
284.
You flew in 284 people on a private jet that were trapped during Hurricane Katrina. They had nowhere to go. One of the kindest, most generous people ever. He's like, I'm gonna take all of you to Disneyland, put you up in a hotel, just had so much compassion. When I think of you, I think of a heart of compassion and generosity, and you wanted to serve. And we've got Isaac behind the scenes over here, and he was like, how old were you, Isaac? 12? His son Isaac was like 12 years old when we met him. And we had the first dinner at our property, at our house. All those people singing Amazing Grace at the sunset. Anyways, I'd like to share the story because it's a really special way that God brings people together through service. I think that's something that we are forgetting in our culture right now, is that everything's about pleasure, about quick, about just getting what you want. And that's where we're falling into the trap of depression. And our minds and our thoughts are one of the highest ways that we can upgrade our health. It's free, and it's something that's available to every single person. And that's to be able to have a connection and a relationship with God, and to be able to be of service. And when I think of you, that's what I think of, someone who's of service. And now the way that you're showing up to be of service is helping people understand about frequency, light frequencies, and hydrogen, water. Tell us a little bit about Lumati, what was birthed from this connection that we had.
Yeah, well, you planted the seed, and I kept watering it for the past 10 years. And I had to shift from one industry, from the energy, oil and gas, cellular business, video and cable business. I've kind of done a 360 where after my tragic accident, I've decided that it's time to really focus full time on honoring a young woman that passed away due to my negligence. So your guidance and your help and opening my eyes to new ways of healing. When I had a situation that I needed to heal myself 12 years ago, I started really understanding what meditation, prayer, and honoring our body. I mean, you are what you eat, you know, and we always say, let thy, like Hippocrates said, let thy food be thy medicine and thy medicine be thy food. So I kind of learned how to heal myself with choices, making better choices, eating right, and selecting, you know, clean, organic foods. And food really has healed me over the years. I lost almost 50 pounds in
Yes.
5 months.
You've lost a lot of inflammation and
Yeah.
fat after you changed your
Right.
diet.
Yep.
Because when I met you, there was more inflammation.
Oh.
You don't even look like the same person.
I look better today than I did 20
Yeah,
years
you're
ago.
aging backwards.
Yeah. My biological age is anywhere from 54 to 20, depending on which measurement you use. But at
We
6,
need to find a more accurate way to measure. Yeah.
we're working on lineage clocks. But regardless, they all show that I'm younger, but I feel better. I'm stronger today. I'm eating meat every day now, where I never ate meat for 7 years. I'm learning a lot about my body and how to honor it better and how to help people and guide people through their hard times and trying to, you know, resurrect them, because we all fall into a trap. After a woman has a child, a man, you know, hits his 40, his 50, you know, alcohol, you know, pizzas, pasta, all these toxic foods that you buy at the grocery store that you think are healthy aren't.
Yeah.
You know, we're learning a lot with RFK now in business. He's now supporting everything you and I have been saying for 20 years.
Yeah.
So before I was the crazy one in the family, and so are you. And now everybody's like, man, those people are smart. They figured it out 20 years ago. But I think the big aha moment for me is when you brought me here at a mastermind where I met Gary Brecka speak. And you spoke about water and he spoke about hypoxia.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said to me, let's go take these baths. I thought we were going to go together.
Oh, God.
But,
No.
but it turned out at private rooms, we go in the bath. And when I saw my finger, the fingernail that I tore, when I saw my tissue grow in 15 minutes and the bleeding stopped, I knew you brought me somewhere which was magical. And that day basically changed everything.
Yeah.
When I took my son to Budapest, you know, you interviewed Dr. Lyons, you got him on the phone in 5 minutes. The data he shared with me about how he could help detox my kids from the vaccine and help me reverse my biological age, that day changed everything. And when I learned about the bioresonance that you had been talking about when I was there, I learned more from a guy from France that turned me on to the NLS. And that machine is even more advanced than anything I'd ever seen. That machine has changed the lives of thousands of people today. And these are all modalities that, you know, the hydrogen, the oxygen, the baths, the water, the light, everything that you took, that you taught me, I took it and took it to the next level. I'm like the BASF commercial. I didn't make this, I didn't make that. I decided to make it better. So we decided to build it ourselves because nobody would build it for us. So we built it in the US. We built our recharge portal. We built our recharge bed. It's a recharge pod. It's a 10 wavelength bed. Instead of 2 frequencies or 4 wavelengths, we're doing 10 wavelengths. And it's for pain, for wellness, for performance, for skin, for acne, for fat loss. So we have protocols that are clinically proven at the right amount of irradiance. We don't fry people like some people. Too much of anything, like too much water could kill you.
Yeah.
Too much light could damage your cells. But we have now clinically proven all of our products, third-party validated, FDA cleared. I'm really excited about the Recharge Pod and the Recharge Portal.
Tell us about the Recharge Portal. What is this?
Well, I'm going to have Ashley tell you about the Recharge Portal because he is the one that we did a 4-month study on.
Okay.
And but anyhow, this is something I put together about 3 years ago. And all these different modalities is because it's all about return on time, right? People want to get in and out. Executives, people, they don't have time. Everybody's busy in this world. Nobody takes the time. So for the people that have the time, we have a clinic, you can come in. But how do we get this to the masses? This is a Tesla recharging station for the body. So we recharge your cells in 15 minutes. And is it sustainable? Ashley will share his 5-month experience over the past year of what the data that we've collected and how it works and the mechanism of action, which obviously is Jack Cruz, melanin,
Yeah.
and how it increases your mitochondria, your ATP. So this is a system that is second to none in the world. Nobody's been able to reproduce what we do. It's just the right amount of irradiance, the right amount of light. It's the right wavelengths, the right frequencies. And we couple it with PBM, photobiomodulation, with the turmeric curcumin that you and I developed 8 years ago when we first started this journey. Tracy was the first investor in my last company, and we have carried this through now. And she's inspired me to do even more with water and light. So that's where we're at, Tracy. You've really been a great inspiration of mine, and I see your humanitarian work, everything you do in Guatemala and Mexico, and your family, and we've been best of friends because we're aligned. Our spirits, our energy, our love for humanity, and our reason for living, as you and I always say, is giving. A reason for living is giving. And no matter what, people listening to this, no matter, how much money you have or not, we can all give our time. 5 minutes, you can give $1. We have a foundation now, Lumati.org, Lumati.org. We've been helping people with cancer, and we also provide scholarships for young women that want to become a doctor, an MD, or naturopath. So that's something that we launched last year here at A4M.
Wow.
And we just had another generous donation from one of our clients. So it's exciting. We keep giving. And you should interview a recipient of our foundation here, Kathy. She was a recipient of a grant. She had metastatic breast cancer. And now she's NED, which is great. So this is all the graces of God and people that help to give to the foundation. So hopefully, if you have a loved one that's not doing well, send them to Lumati. We'll help them. And that's it.
All right, David. Well, thank you so much. Let's get Ashley on the show.
Let's go, Ashley.
All right, we're at A4M here with Ashley, the president of Lumati. And we just spoke with David Perez, and he shared a little bit about how Lumati was birthed and the vision and purpose behind Lumati. And I wanted to interview Ashley to help us understand some of the technology better.
Of course.
So can you share with us, there's so much buzz around this 5-in-1 light bed right now, or this light stand, this pod.
Yep.
Everyone's coming, swarming around it, wants to try it. Tell us what it is and why it makes people feel so good.
Well, that's great. Great to see the audience. And I'm Ashley here, the president of Lumati. And we're here to talk about the Recharge Portal, which is just taking a storm here at A4M. And it really combines all the modalities that we developed at Lumati and put them all into one box. We call it Clinic in a Box. It's a 15-minute experience that combines 5 different holistic treatments that give you the perfect recharge. So if you think about it, Elon Musk helps you recharge your car, or we're helping recharge your body with everything in nature, all natural. So no need to go to Starbucks anymore for your caffeine and sugar. You can come in and get a recharge in our portal, and in 15 minutes you feel energized but very calm.
I love
So that's what we're aiming to do. And so within the recharge station, there are 5 technologies. The first one is our photobiomodulation, or you might have heard of red light as a type of wavelength. Well, we have 10 different wavelengths in our system. So it's we call it red light plus, more powerful, more cellular action, blue light for the skin, green light for pain, red light for ATP. So all these different lights all happen synergistically. And that's just the first of 5 things that goes on in the recharge. Then we move on to molecular hydrogen. So while you're bathing in the light, either whether you're lying in our pod or standing by our portal, you're inhaling molecular hydrogen. So you're connected to a machine, gives the strongest amount of molecular hydrogen in that 15-minute session. And that's an antioxidant. So that helps basically selectively go in and get rid of the ROS that happens in our cells. So that's molecular hydrogen, and everybody should look that up. And it's kind of the world's smallest molecule. It's a great healing molecule. So that's number 2. Then number 3 is they're standing on a very special micro-impact plate, which is doing not like a big jiggles of the body like a power plate. It's using a certain frequency to vibrate the cells, and it's equivalent of doing a 5 to 10 mile walk while you're standing still.
Wow.
Lymphatic drainage, 5 to 10 mile walk while standing still
Wow.
in 15 minutes. So you're getting all of that lymphatic drainage, stem cell production, bone density improvement. So that's the plate. And then we have headphones that you're wearing that have got sound therapy that we've created that matches the kind of the mood. So meditation, manifestation, and then vagus nerve stimulation. So little nodules behind your ears, stimulating the vagus nerve, trying to move people from that fight or flight into that rest and digest mode, cool, calm, collected. And then finally, last but not least, is our nanosomal Lumati red curcumin that you actually start the process with. You have a little shot of this under your tongue, and the photobiomodulation helps activate this into the cells to help. So all of those 5 modalities are happening together in just a 15-minute session. So it's a full body, mind, spirit makeover and recharge.
Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, so this is a pod where people can come and do it at Lumati, but also they can take it home too, right?
That's right. We're actually, we built the technology in our clinic, but we realized we want to get to 1 billion lives in 10 years. It's an audacious goal that David has. So to do that, we need to bring this technology everywhere. So we're working currently with other clinics who've taken it. Obviously, people who love it can put it in their houses. We've got many of those around the country, and in fact, internationally in Australia and Cabo and London. And our goal is just to have it everywhere. We just want it to be a facility that people can book a session on their phone and get a recharge whenever they want. It could be in their office. It could be for jet lag when they're flying in a Delta lounge, in a 5-star hotel, or just anywhere that people are spending time.
Tell me about your experience with the technology.
So, you know, I'm a mini biohacker. I do all the things. I work for a longevity company. So I wanted to test how this would help a pretty healthy person get healthier. And so we used a very special blood test called the Me Screen, developed for NASA, for their astronauts to use to kind of figure out how they're performing.
Can you spell that for everybody?
Yeah, Me Screen, MESCREEN, Me Screen.
And what is that
Mitochondria Energy Screen, Me Screen, mitochondria. So it's basically testing the power of your mitochondria. And as everybody knows, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of your cells. It's where your energy comes from. And so if we can see that we're affecting that, then we know that the body is producing energy more efficiently, essentially. So when I started that, my score was 38 out of 100, which kind of surprised me because I'm like, I'm doing all this stuff and I should be up there, but I got 38 out of 100. So I decided to do a test where I do the recharging station 3 times a week for 15 minutes for 30 days. So basically 12 sessions over 30 days. And after I did that, the readings jumped to in the 40s. And then I did it again for another 30 days and it jumped into the 70s. So basically doubled 72 out of 100 from 38. Exponential increase over that 60 days. So then I thought, well, is there something else going on? So then I stopped doing it for 40 more days to see if there was a downside. And it went down to about 46, but it was still 20% higher than when I started on 3 times a week. So our goal is to get this, again, the light, the molecules, all this nature's own medicine into the body as many times a week as you can do it. And we think 3 to 4 times a week is good. So we have these now in gyms and hotels and other areas, and we're super excited to bring it to your audience so they can learn about it, try it.
Well, this is a huge component for hydration, right? Because when you think about mitochondria, people think that getting hydrated is really about drinking water, and the main hydration source is our mitochondria and the intracellular water that is made. And that water is the most hydrating, it's the most nutrient depleted, the most pure, and we can't produce the efficient amount of water that we need without light, without the Earth's resonance. And hydrogen is such a big player in that as well. So when you stack all of those together, that's going to be helping the mitochondria be more efficient, which is going to help us make more intracellular water and ultimately be more hydrated.
We're stacking your biohack, so you couldn't have said it better. And yes, hydration from the inside. It's not all about the water, although the water is good. And of course, drinking lots of water, most of us are dehydrated. It's good. But yeah, this is all happening within the cells.
But a lot of us are dehydrated even though we're drinking a lot of water. And that's a big thing that a lot of the Hydrate listeners come to with that question is, hey, I'm drinking a bunch of water. Why am I still dehydrated? And it's because these pillars of health that we have, that we stack together, this is where the foundation is, the things that God already gave us, the light, taking your shoes off, connecting to the earth, the hydrogen, which is the most abundant atom there is, the smallest atom, the most abundant. But when we talk about hydrogen, we're talking about the molecule, which is the 2 hydrogens coming together and making the H2 molecule. And that gas is something that, like you said, it's a selective antioxidant. So it's not scavenging for anything else other than the oxidative free radicals in our body, which is better than vitamin C or glutathione because those are not selective.
Right.
So we can overdose on those. So we want to we get to look at hydrogen. So I love how you guys have stacked all those together. It's such a great, I feel charged up. And I love how you said in the beginning of the conversation that this is energizing you. It's like without the jitters, without the crash, without the, like, it's not a false energy. It's a real energy
Sustainable.
that's charging your mitochondria. So over time, you're increasing that and you're charging up your cells. Like you said, even when you stopped, you still had maintained a little bit of a 20%
increase. Exactly.
Yeah, so I love that. Any other questions that I didn't ask or anything you'd like to share
No,
with
I
the
think
listeners?
our goal is, come and check out lumati.com, check out all the things that we do. We have a clinic in Encinitas. That's where all this started. And our goal is to reach 1 billion lives in 10 years. And we need you and the community. It's education, it's usage, it's feeling the difference in your body, which you feel having had the system, and then
And even
telling
that
your
dog's
friends.
excited
And even the
about it.
dogs.
All
Awesome.
right. Ashley,
Great to
thank you
spend
for
time
being
with you.
here
Thank you
today.
so much. A real
wonderful.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.